Yeah, I'm good.
Jeremiah, how would you describe the last 15 minutes, I guess, of practice out there with all the guys?
It was pretty fun. Found out a lot of people ain't athletic, but it was cool. Like, it just gets to show how the specialists, how they operate, and how it's so significant of them in the game. So that was a good thing to see.
When you made
the athletic ones, all right?
Oh, of course.
When you made the decision to come here, you wanted to be coached by Coach Atkins. You wanted to compete with really good players on the opposite side of the ball. What has that been like through 11 practices?
It's been just iron sharper iron past 11 practices. Coach Atkins, he's a real coach. He gonna give it to you straight, give it to you how it is. And then the other side of the ball, it's a lot of talent in that D-line room. From Daryl Jackson, J5, Jay Verse. You got Pat, who's a younger, who's coming along. You got Fable, obviously, coming off an injury. Like, it's just a lot of talent in that room, and we just trying to see the best D-line in the ACC, and then we trying to be the best O-line in the ACC.
You worked at both guarding and tackle, right, so far in the spring?
No, I've only worked right tackle so far.
Just right tackle?
Yeah.
What's that been like? I know obviously you can play both sides on the O-line, but what's it been like working at right tackle with this group and what they ask you to do at that spot?
It's good. It shows a lot of your skill set. Like, for a right tackle, shows that I can get out on outside zone. It shows I can pull. Like, this offense, it's made for O-linemen. This offense is, like, if you want the scouts to see how you can operate, it's this offense for you to operate in.
Coach Atkins talks about putting his guys in uncomfortable situations. How does it go about doing that? An example for you that you dealt with this spring?
So when I first got out here, I took my first set, and he looked at me and said, "You set like a middle schooler." And I was just like, okay. So I just transferred here, and now you tell me I set like a middle schooler? Crap, now I got to start all over. But you just got to fall in love with your journey. Like, at the end of the day, you just got to fall in love with your process, how everything operates for you, and just keep your head down and keep working. That's what he always tells us. You just keep your head down, keep working. Chips going to fall where they fall.
As you're learning the language and what they do, vocab of the offense, who's helped you along in that group? Is there anybody that's been a go-to?
The whole offense. You got Jordan Travis, he's helped. Maurice, Darius, Big Rob, Bless. Like, it's just all brotherhood in that O-line room. Like, everybody help everybody. Even the transfers, like Casey and KJ, they know a little bit more of the offense than I do, and they help me with it. Like, it's just making sure that everybody on point at the end of the day.
You talked about iron sharpening iron. I guess, where have you seen yourself grow? I know it's only been, 11 practices, but where have you seen yourself grow at all this spring?
Oh, y'all see it? What you mean? But no, I just see myself just develop just as a man, and also just from a physical standpoint, like with Coach Storms and all them in the strength staff, and then just my IQ when it comes to football. It's grown a lot more being in this offense. It's a lot of schemes, a lot of concepts to different formations. So,
what do you think it's about Coach Atkins? And you got some city boys, you got some country boys on the stand. You got so many different guys in this offensive line. Where you guys all are competing for 5 spots, but everybody seems to get along. What is it about maybe him or the philosophy of him coaching that allows you guys to get along and push each other?
I would say their realness. Like, when it comes to, they don't try to sell you a dream. Like, even on them when they was recruiting me, they literally told me don't come. Like, it wasn't on no, oh, we want you to come. Like, we gonna give you this, that, and the third. They were like, no, we would love for you to be here, but it ain't gonna be easy. Like, you gotta work for this. I'm not finna just hand you a spot. So I was just like, I'm willing to accept the challenge. So that's my biggest thing, is just going somewhere that's gonna challenge me.
You mentioned, Jordan Travis, someone that's kind of helped you with the playbook and all the play calls and all that. Mm-hmm. What is it like? How important is it for the quarterback to gel with the, especially transfers for the offensive line? How important is that?
Oh, that's quarterback is the captain. That's our leader. So if he's not rolling, then we can't roll, and then it's up to him to be rolling. But we also got to make sure that we keep him up so that he can do his job. So at the end of the day, like I said, it's just all a brotherhood. Like, we all just trying to get better, working on the same common goal, and that's win the ACC championship and then go to the next championship. So.
You arrived at a time where kind of there are some expectations around the program now where there haven't been for a while. What have you noticed about kind of the way people handle themselves or treat the work, all that, with those expectations this spring?
You can tell that's a lot of, how can I put this? It's a lot of high reward but high risk, if that makes sense. So, like, when it comes to just this year, we all know what everybody is saying. We all know what's going on, but it's all that matters is just the guys that's in that building. If you're in that building, you know what we got to do, and we know what we got to accomplish. So, can't worry about the outside noise.
When the spring wraps, what is it that you want to improve upon, work as preseason approaches?
Learning, getting more into my playbook, and then just understanding different concepts, different schemes, just being more efficient when it comes to my footwork and my technique.
I know when you're out there practicing, man, you're just worried about your assignment and keeping the quarterback clean. But like when you're watching film and you see the way this offense is performing and all the different stuff you guys run, it seemingly is always open and working. How exciting does that make you? And what are your impressions of this offense?
In the last interview, I said that they were talking about our offense and how excited I was. I said that I've seen the Showtime Lakers. So Jordan Travis, that's Magic. Johnny Wilson, that's Kareem, because he's tall as heck. And then, so it's just going to be a show. Like, it's just one of the most explosive offenses this year in the country. I'm just coming in on the bandwagon. I'm just trying to join the team. So that's about it.
You're one of the guys who punt. Did you punt in high school or anything? Have you done that?
I did, my freshman year. So freshman year, believe it or not, I wasn't always this big. I was actually a skinny guy. I like to play basketball. So my football coach used to have me play wherever. Like, I played quarterback, receiver, linebacker, tight end. And then I ended up being 295 my senior year, so he was like, let's switch to O-line. I said, I think that might work.